Hello and welcome to Karen and Nigel's travel vlog. We recently purchased a Peugeot Boxster van which we're currently in the process of converting into a camper van, and one of the biggest issues that we found so far is the electrics. In this video I'm going to be talking to you about the basics of camper van electrics in regards to the type of devices that you could potentially install into your van and a source of power you may need into your van. So for example, you might just want a hookup because you might only be going away for long weekends, or you might be going away for longer but you're only going to stay at campsites every other day. Or you might want to be more off-grid, which is what we're hoping to do. So you might want to go for solar panels and DC to DC charging as well, which means that you're charging your leisure battery from your vehicle battery as you're driving. One of the issues that we really had was we couldn't understand, or we had no concept of what we could actually have in our van. So at the start I was thinking, oh, it'd be really nice if I had an oven, and I'd like to be able to dry my hair and straighten my hair as well. And there even saw a small washing machine. It's like, oh, we could put the washing machine in the garage in the back and we can wash our smalls. Now when I hear myself say that, I think, oh my god, I'm such an idiot. So this is for anybody that knows absolutely nothing about electrics, which is the state we were in, and now we only know a little bit. But anyway, so in the UK, your house electricity supply is 230 volt. In a camper van, you can have 230 volt, but you can also have 12 volt. And it's better to run as many devices as you can on the 12 volt because it consumes less power. So we've got our air conditioning unit, our fan, our heating system and our fridge are all running on 12 volt, and the 12 volt system is also providing power to our external lights. We've got one up here by our door, and we've also got dogs barking, this funky strip light here that's running off of 12 volt as well. If you do decide to have 230 volts running in your van, then you're going to need a consumer unit like this one, very similar to the type of unit that you'll find inside your home. And what this does is that if you do get a power surge, it would trip and it would disconnect the power, and it would ensure that you're not fried, or your van, or your dogs, or your family. This is the 12 volt fuse box. So you can see all our fuses are in here, and this is what all of our 12 volt devices connect into. Now, as you start building out your van, you'll hear people talking about AC and DC power, and it's just the way that the power flows through the system in a very basic form. So your 230 volt, you'll hear people calling it AC power, and your 12 volt is going to be your DC power. As you've just seen, you need to fuse all of your devices for safety. Now, you can't just pop any old fuse in there and cross your fingers. It might work, it might not. For example, if it's too low, you'll plug your device in and the fuse will just blow and it won't work. There's a calculation that you can do which will determine which fuse size you need for your device. And I'm going to give you a scenario and show you how this works. So our fridge runs at 60 watts. So I know it's 60 watts. And I know that it's going to be plugging into our 12 volt system. So what you need to do is you'll divide 60 by 12, which will give you the number 5. And what this is actually telling you now is that your device is going to draw 5 amps. Now, you don't put in a 5 amp fuse. You need to go slightly higher to give yourself a little bit of headroom. You're not allowed to go any higher than 1.5. So what you then need to do is times your ampage, which was 5, by 1.5, which will then give us 7.5. So I then know that I need a 7.5 amp fuse for my fridge. The next item I want to talk about is how did we determine the electrical kit that we were going to have in our van. So we knew that we wanted to go off grid, and we wanted to have solar, we wanted to have hookup, and we wanted to use a DC to DC charger. So we saw that a number of people, when we watched their videos, they would be installing all the components, but they were from different manufacturers. And our concern was that if we did that and something didn't work together very well, it wasn't compatible, who would we speak to? Who would be able to help us? So we decided that that wasn't the path that we wanted to go down, because we're not electricians and we don't really know what we're doing. So what we eventually did is we bought an electrical kit from a company called Nomadic Leisure. Now, the reason we chose this particular company was because they had a number of different types of kit that you could buy depending on how much power that you wanted, the size of your van, whether you were going to live in your van forever and you needed a lot of power, so it was just going to be used for holidays. And a majority of the kit that was included was Victron. Now, Victron's got a really good reputation, and we also knew that if we purchased this particular kit, that all the components were going to work together, and that if we had any problems, we'd be able to contact the support staff at Nomadic Leisure and they would be able to help us out. Also, in addition, the Victron hardware also comes with a really good app, so you can monitor your battery life, you can see how much power you're consuming, etc. and stuff like that. So the whole package really worked for us. It also included our Multiplus, which allows us to have a continuous supply of power, our solar panel controller, our Orion TL Smart DC to DC charger. Now this allows us to charge our leisure battery from our vehicle battery when we're driving around. Also provides us with our leisure battery, which is a Frogstar 230 AH leisure battery, our hookup, which you saw earlier, which is just in there, and also the 2 solar panels on our roof, which are 175 watts. They also include all the cabling, etc. So it was, yeah, we're very happy with this, and we definitely feel like this was the best option for us beginners. And what they also give you is an electrical diagram, and they do send you this in a software version, but we actually went ahead and printed out a nice big version for ourselves. And the reason for that was that rather than having to keep zooming onto a computer, it's a bit of a mess now because we've used it a lot, zooming on a computer or trying to zoom in on our phones when we were building out the kit. We actually printed this out and we just took it section by section as we did the install. And the thing about this is it tells you the cabling size, all the cabling's provided, the type of lugs that you should be using, the size, the fuse size that you need to connect up. It's been absolutely brilliant, to be honest with you. And I would honestly say that if we didn't have that electrical diagram and the support from Nomadic Leisure, we'd probably still be doing the install now. But it all works perfectly, which is the good thing. So when we first started this install, we watched many YouTube videos about how to, and we actually found one in particular that was really useful, which is created by Greg Virgo. He doesn't only talk about electrics, he talks about how to install your water system, solar panels, and he's also got a travel channel as well, which is really interesting to watch. So I would definitely recommend subscribing to him. In our next video, we're going to be installing our water system, so please like, subscribe and follow our journey through our campervan build. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!